Much easier since getting all this stuff together.
Now you guys got a permanent spot.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Bullshit, episode 51. You might remember Matt here, fellow veteran, Marine Corps,
Legionnaire.
VFW one day,
Maybe.
maybe.
I don't have time for that now.
Well, you can always just join.
Right. We don't have time for the Legion right now.
That's true. So, on today's episode of Coffee and Bullshit, we're just going to talk in bullshit. I mean, if anybody got anything they want to put out to us, we can see some comments. I switched the phone around, but can you read that?
You're telling your followers that you're started. Okay. Hang on. We're telling more followers to join your.
Oh, well, that's not anybody. So, yeah, if you got any comments, send it to us. We'll talk about anything. As most people know, this morning there was a state trooper. I think he committed suicide on 294 or 94.
Really?
Yeah. So it said a self-inflicted wound.
I haven't heard anything.
Oh, I just heard about that. I was reading up there. He was in the car. He was in the vehicle by himself. So I don't know. Maybe
It's
I
tough.
got that fly.
Yeah, it's a tough time to be law enforcement.
It is, and
It's not fun walking around feeling like everybody hates you to begin with, So it's got to
True.
be drawn on his mind.
yeah.
So,
And we were talking earlier about all the ships out there, right, causing
massive backups and delays and not being able to get stuff in on time and shortages on everything. And
it's just going to create more havoc, and the prices are going to increase. I mean, even the Secretary of Treasury or whatever they call it, she's calling for inflation in so many words. I mean,
so the cost of everything is going to go up.
Yeah.
The money that's in your wallet's going to go down.
yeah, and just like anything, I mean, you got the government telling people to burn their crops.
Yeah.
That's crazy. To burn the food supply. I mean, they're trying to make us dependent on the government more. I mean, I've never had government cheese, but I don't think it's that tasty.
I have. It
Have you?
sucks.
It sucks?
Not willingly. I mean, it was like at a friend's house. And
A friend's house.
they were, it's not good.
I mean, unless it's like the jalapeno cheese in your MREs,
Yeah.
then it's really good.
That's really good.
That's good.
Jalapeno cheese. That was my favorite. I used to trade everything in my MRE for jalapeno cheese and wheat snack bread.
What happened to the crackers? They don't have the.
They don't put them in there anymore.
No, those were the best crackers.
So,
Now there's these wheat crackers. Like they're all crumbly, and you could, it used to be the
they're
challenge.
not as stale.
Yeah,
Like,
used to have the challenge of eating those things and just trying to eat them in 2 minutes. Oh, that was a good catch.
we lost.
Hey, you're seeing my crotch.
We lost a feed there for a second.
I don't know why this thing has been acting up so.
Oh. So, did you get?
Yeah.
Must have been an earthquake or something.
Well, I don't know. This thing is made in China, of course, right?
Right. Surprised that got here.
I ordered it months ago.
Yeah, there's just national shortage on truck drivers, and
Yeah, I thought the truck drivers were supposed to revolt or something or do a stoppage. So showing, I mean, they are important. I mean,
they're very important. They get your goods everywhere.
yeah,
So-
I mean, postal
Postal
Amazon, food trucks.
trucks, yeah. I mean, just everything's shipped on either the rail but the only way it gets to the rail
Has to
through
be.
truck.
Yeah.
So truck drivers are very important. So and that's one of the biggest problems is there's not enough port workers. There's not enough truck drivers to get the goods from, whatever port they're in or waiting to get into. You've had ships out there for months waiting to get in. They just can't get in. So,
And I'm wondering how good, if any of that stuff in there is going to go bad.
right.
Right? I mean, there's got to be something that's going to go bad in those
Yeah.
things. If they're food or have a date that's going to expire.
Right. So, I mean, it's not just goods that we see every day and use every day. It's stuff like, my wife works for a sign company and they can't get vinyl because it's sitting on a ship off the coast of California.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean, we can't even make vinyl here in the States.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the importance of having our own goods made here in the U.S.
I mean, really, China's got us by the balls.
They do. All they have to do is cut us off and say no.
Yeah. And every company that has stuff built there do not own the company there.
No, they don't own the company. They just have their goods manufactured there because it's so cheap. I mean, if you want it, I mean, communism dictates the pay wage. You know, it's so they're getting made dirt cheap, and people are getting treated poorly. You know, having to work all hours of the day, all hours of the night to get that produced, just for it to sit in a ship off the coast. So
yeah, and soon it's going to be their holiday,
right?
And they take off for like a month.
If you like travel and you like seeing the country and you like, you know, solitude and peace and quiet, go out and get your CDL and become a truck driver. Start driving.
I know a couple guys that got their CDLs and did truck driving.
Right.
You know, and they enjoyed it. I took for a certain time. I mean,
it'll get old after a while, especially if you got a family. But right now,
well, there's two different types. There's the over the road, and then there's local. Yeah.
So treat it like you would, you know, whenever everybody joined the military after 9/11. You know, treat it as your duty to your country to help out. And, you know, maybe you'll pick up a career path that you really enjoy and you stick with it.
Yeah.
So,
well, how long were you in the Marine Corps for?
8 years.
8 years. Yeah.
So
I didn't know you were down in Louisiana.
Yeah, I was stationed down there for 2 years. So
what base is down there?
They have Marine Forces Reserve, so it's the headquarters. It's like headquarters Marine Corps level of Marine Forces Reserve. So they had the West Bank and the East Bank, and now everything's considered federal city on the West Bank. So they closed the base down on the East Bank and the warehouse district of New Orleans. And then so now they have Fed City on the opposite side, which was NAS Algiers. And then they have Belle Chase. So it's a joint air base.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember I was watching that NCIS New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there's a naval base in New Orleans?
There was.
But not anymore.
No, they're still considered NAS or NSA bases, naval support activities, Belle Chase, and then you got the one on the West Bank. So our base housing was on the West Bank, and then they had a ferry that would take us across every morning to the base on the east side. So
damn.
Yeah.
Where was Fort Polk from there?
Fort Polk's further north. It's a like Shreveport area, I want to say.
Shreveport.
Yeah, it's way up there, Leesville area. Fort Polk.
I never wanted to get stationed there after the horror stories you hear about.
We would shoot our rifle ranges up there.
Oh, really?
And I was a rifle coach, so I spent a lot of time up in Fort Polk. Fort Polk sucked.
Where was the best
terrible.
place you've been?
The best base I've been to, or just in
general, just for
stationed. I loved Camp Lejeune. I really love Camp Lejeune. I mean, so much. I'm trying to move back down there. That I just love the East Coast. I love that part of the country. 29 Palms was I really enjoyed 29 Palms too. Not a whole lot of Marines say that.
No.
But 29 Palms geographically is 2 hours from everything. It's 2 hours from Vegas, 2 hours from San Diego. You know, so there's a lot of cool stuff to do around there as long as you're willing to make the trip.
Yeah.
Camp Lejeune's almost the same way. 2 hours from 2 hours from Raleigh, 2 hours from Myrtle Beach, 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's a nice central point. But I grew up on the East Coast. And
Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville is where the town is located. Onslow County. But there's a lot of Marines that say they hate Jacksonville because there's nothing for them to do. It's like, well, you gotta make the best of it. You gotta find something you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
For me, it was bar hopping for the first 4 years, and then family man the second.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of family stuff to do. So you got Mike's Farm out there, which is got a great restaurant, plus the pumpkin patch, plus Christmas light shows and all that. The beaches are always super close. You got a beach on base that only enlisted can go to and their families. So
was there an officer's beach?
There was an officer's beach. So there was an officer's beach. There was a staff NCO beach, and then there was a regular enlisted beach.
Really?
And So whenever I got back from Iraq, that was one of the things that they had me do was go out to the beach to be a lifeguard during the summer. And so I was an oceanfront lifeguard for a summer as a calm down. So the beach I worked primarily was Officers Beach, which was actually harder to work than the other two. Staff and CO Beach was a little bit more was a little bit worse than the Enlisted Beach. The Enlisted Beach was kind of where it was at. That's where the party was. That's where everybody was having a good time. But Officers Beach was kind of like you turn around and it's like, where'd your parents go? Like it's like, yes, it's my job to watch you while you're in the water, but it's not my job to watch you. Like so.
When stationed at Fort Story in Virginia, we had our own beach.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as good as going down to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is always good.
Yeah.
I mean, especially as a single military service member, you go to Myrtle Beach, and it's kind of like the collection point for the Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy. We used to go to Norfolk a lot too.
Well, yeah, Norfolk, yeah. But the nice thing was, like, you tell people there, like, oh, are you Marine or Navy? We're like, we're Army. Like,
yeah, what are you guys doing here?
Like, we are. You're like, yeah, we're a rare breed.
Yeah. What are you guys doing here? Don't you guys belong further north?
Yeah, we used to go to NSA, the Naval Air Station, go work out because they had the better equipment there.
Oh, yeah.
We used to go to Little Creek.
That's everywhere, though. Like any air base you ever go to is going to have a better gym.
Yeah, and better food.
And better food than any ground side unit. You'll like going to the gym on Camp Lejeune, and whenever I was stationed at Lejeune and married, we lived on Marine Corps Air Station New River. So the gym on New River was way better than the gym on Main Side, and it was like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so, I'm trying to think. Where at Fort Story did we even have a gym? I'm trying to think. No, because either you went to Little Creek to work out or NSA, but NSA had the better stuff and better looking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Camp. I mean, and the two best chow halls in Camp Lejeune was the Naval Hospital and the Brig. Those are the two best chow halls.
Brig?
The Brig has their chow hall is top notch.
Oh, I picked up people from the Brig before.
Yeah,
but I didn't know they had a chow hall.
Yeah, they have a chow hall for all the Brig Marines live in there, but there's a lot of cooks that go to the Brig because they hate their job. So they're the ones cooking the food in there too. So
makes sense.
So so their food's really good, but the Navy chow hall was at the Naval Hospital was always really good. We used to just go to the Naval chow hall just for lunch sometimes.
Well, it's just like the Air Force. Oh, right. All their chow halls were great.
Oh yeah, the Navy, the Air Force has some of the best chow I've ever had. Even their MREs, like they have those, but then they also have like this tray that comes with like a can of tuna salad and like crackers and like all kind of like it's really good. It's tray,
really,
and it's like that's delicious. That looks so much better than what I have.
There was a couple times where we actually got brown bag food.
Yeah.
It's a bologna sandwich.
Yeah. on the sub roll. On the sub roll. Yeah.
And here's some butter and some mayonnaise, bag of chips.
So ours came in like the first 3 days of boot camp. All you ate was like a box, and we called it a box of nasty. It had two hard-boiled eggs in there, a bologna sandwich with cheese and no lettuce or anything else, and I think it was like a little bag of chips and a drink, and that was it. That's all you got. And you were like, ugh.
I never regretted ever joining up. I wish I would have done it when I was younger.
Right.
Because I did it when I was 27.
Okay.
So I was already the old man in the.
You already had that reputation.
Yeah. In basic. So. But there was two other guys older than me. One guy at the time, he was already 32.
Right.
And the other guy, I think he was 30. But yeah, we did.
Right. I went in at 18 and never looked back. Never planned on getting out. But
I didn't plan on getting out either.
There were times there was months whenever I was like, screw this sucks. I'm getting out. But then it was always like in the back of my head, it was like, I really don't want to get out. I want to stay in.
Life was fairly easy.
Oh, it was the easiest job I ever had.
You wake up,
be able to PT, get a haircut on Sundays, shoot a rifle, swim, and sort of know your job.
Yeah.
You know, or at least make it appear that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It was, so,
and even,
and just
like,
do what you're told.
yeah, like most of us mechanics, you learn how to work underneath the truck
Right.
and sleep.
Oh yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
As long as your hands are up there, as long as you
Right.
didn't snore,
Yeah,
you're
you're good.
okay. Like,
so
and how long have you been underneath that truck? I don't know. One guy, my buddy Burns, he got caught in the truck in Korea. He was working on the bottom of a 5-ton, but he's like, "Where's Burns?" I don't know. He said he was working on a truck, and so we just listened to him. We heard the snore, and that's where he was.
Right.
Oh, there he is.
right. So you know, there started getting a lot of questions from younger kids who are looking to join. And
Mhm.
It's like the biggest advice I give them now is make the military work for you. Don't work for the military. I worked for the military. I
Right.
didn't let the military work for me.
Find something that you can do
Right,
outside
the
the
military.
military.
Like, I mean, like even combat engineers, like there's guys that I know that are going, didn't know that the military will pay for their journeyman's card. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, get your journeyman's card while you're in, and then you can come out making, you know, $100,000 a year as a plumber, or, you
Yeah.
know,
That's the same
make-
thing. Same thing with mechanics. You
Yeah.
can get your ASE
Right.
certified from them.
Right.
Through the military.
So I was a field radio operator. That doesn't translate to civilian life, you know. So
No.
So I tell people, I'm like, pick a job, you know, like MP, that's going to be able to transition you from the military straight to civilian life. Because the hardest thing to do is be a father of two, or, you know, with a wife, and then get out and not have a job for 6 months, and
Yeah.
you're used to providing. So do something that's going to translate once you get out.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different options. It's just the Navy has a lot of jobs. Now you have Space Force, which a lot of those jobs are going to be pretty technical.
They are
Right.
really technical.
Um,
I mean, the Air Force, Space Force as a whole,
Yeah.
is I mean, all those jobs are going to be technical. I wonder if they're going to do something like the Marine Corps, where they're like, yeah, you're just a Department of the Navy. Yeah,
that's
we're
what
the,
it is.
We're the men's department.
Department.
I wonder if the Space Force is going to be like,
Would that be the
we're
little girls and then small girls?
yeah,
I don't know.
like
For the Air Force.
we're the
Until the Air Force can go up there and have a door gunner,
right.
then that's the men's
Right.
department. But until then,
So,
they're just getting deployed to little fields and wearing their thing, going, "Hey, I'm a
right. Wouldn't that be,
Space Force."
be like the best job to have? Like,
A
I'm, in
door
the
gunner.
space, I'm in the Space Force. What do you do? Well, a whole lot of
Not a whole lot,
nothing.
yeah.
Like, I watch satellites, and that's about it.
I play a lot of Space Invader.
Jimmy Shanks, anything but that.
Coming up, Bluefield.
All I'm saying is make the military work for you. Find a career in
Yeah.
the military that will translate easy. And I used MP as an example. You can be a police officer in the military and then get out and become a police officer.
Yeah. There's a lot of infantry. There's a lot. I mean, any of the
There's a lot of infantry guys that do
Yeah.
the same thing.
even mechanics.
Yeah,
Any of those jobs.
yeah, but like stuff like field radio operator doesn't have a good turnaround once you get out of the military.
Well, unless you go to the electronics field.
right,
Yeah.
it's still iffy.
Yeah.
You know, there's the military provides a lot of different
Yeah.
MOSs and jobs that you can do on the outside.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that do IT work.
Yeah,
They do computer stuff,
air traffic control.
air traffic control. I mean, you get one of those jobs and get into
medics,
civilian.
medics can cross over into nursing. You know,
But corpsman can't.
corpsman cannot.
That is the
about
most
corpsman.
ridiculous thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
A corpsman goes through the exact same training.
Yep.
They risk their lives. They protect. But if they get caught doing any type of medical stuff, they get thrown in jail.
Right. But it gives them a leg up to go to school for
Right.
it. You know?
But they don't get credited for
yeah,
it,
they don't get
like the
credit.
Army and Air
Yeah,
Force,
Yeah,
which is the most ridiculous. I mean, that really needs to be changed,
Right.
because those guys go to Fort
they do the same.
Houston. Yeah, they go
Same exact training.
Fort
Same.
Sam Houston, do all the same training.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't translate.
Yeah, it's just
It's
So
a
there's-
bullshit rule.
there's just a plethora of jobs. Just
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, blah, 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 the armor.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can become an armor, And
those jobs are so few and far between.
right.
You know, and
I mean, you'll get a lot of good training out of
it's
it.
hard to make money as an armorer these
Mhm.
days. You know,
Yeah.
unless you're going to open your own shop, you know, your own gunsmithing, and you've learned how to gunsmith.
Yeah.
You know, it's those jobs are so few and far between. You know, the turnover rate with mechanics, I see it every day. That's what I am. I'm a mechanic. You know,
Yeah.
those jobs are in plethora. It's just you're going to be constantly on the move. So, you know, just pick and choose wisely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, what type of job do you want to do? I mean, even if you go National Guard,
you're going to get training.
you're gonna get training.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna get training to do something.
you know, when I went in, I only had two choices: mechanic or military intelligence. And I got military intelligence. Man, I'll do that. I didn't have one semester of typing that stopped me from going to become military intelligence.
So, I mean, I had a whole array of things I could have chose from, and I chose infantry and got field radio. So,
But you were still infantry.
just battery operated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We're out of batteries.
yeah, just
Oh, here, fill this form out, get the batteries, go see supply.
right.
And you got to remember, I mean, when you were in there, everybody's helping each other out. Like, supply needs something done on their vehicles. Well, what can they do for you?
Right.
The cooks need something. Okay, I'll fix this, but just give me an extra scoop of something when I see
Right.
you in line, right?
Right.
Give me a little more eggs or something, or piece
Right.
of stuff that's not on the bottom that's been cooking for a long time. So there's a lot of ways to work the military.
Make it work for you.
Yeah.
Well, don't let
I
them
mean-
work you. You know.
This fly just
Yeah.
loves being
Yeah.
there.
So to answer your question there, Jimmy Shanks, like I said, it was an example of a job that can easily be translated into civilian life.
Yeah, because I mean, I know a lot of guys that special operators, and as soon as they get out after 20 years or 18, they just go back into the
Yeah.
private sector and become
You know, security.
Mercs,
Yeah, mercs and
security,
security personnel for other people.
Yeah.
There's a guy on TikTok who's like under investigation by the feds because he was working for somebody who was shady, just providing security. Didn't really have nothing to do with what the guy was doing. That was
Yeah.
shady, but he talks about it all the time. So, I mean, you've got a better job becoming an SF operator in the civilian world than you do anything else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was talking to a lady today. Her husband just got out of basic and is now, I guess he has a contract for 18 X-ray,
Okay.
which they don't
That's
know
crazy.
what. Yeah, I know. I was like, really?
How?
Yeah, how? 'Cause, there's a lot of steps you have to go through before getting in, and some people don't make it the first time.
Yeah.
And sometimes they try again.
Right.
But-
what's his fallback if he?
Yeah,
fails out?
what's
You know,
going
like,
to be a fallback? Because
I mean,
18
that's when you go straight.
series.
That's when you go
is-
straight to cook or motor vehicle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's a tough job. I mean, it's a series of stuff you have to pass to get there. And I mean, she probably didn't really know the whole detail of the military lingo, or trying to figure out. Like, I asked her if he's going to go to Ranger School, right?
Right.
RAPS. I think I'm saying it right. I know things have changed since I've been in. So, at one time I went to an airborne unit, but wasn't airborne qualified because the funding got cut out. Got to wear the beret, got to tuck in my boots
Right.
in my Class A's,
Right.
which looked a whole lot better than fucking
So
regular. But I mean, we did simulated jumps,
Right.
But kind of now, I'm kind of glad that I didn't go airborne because my knees are already shot.
right, I've heard horror stories about people jumping out,
Ugh.
making those jumps and then killing their ankles and their knees.
Yeah.
And,
But they are needed.
Yeah.
I mean, they are needed.
Patrick Casey, of course. If you're filling sandbags all the time, you're always gonna get a job digging. Same with janitors. You can always fall back on janitor coming out of the military because you know how to clean really, really well.
Well, he was 25th Infantry, 68, 69 Nam.
Right.
So those guys were located. Those 25th is Hawaii and I think parts of Alaska. I think 25th at that time. I had a couple friends that were with 25th. They said they used to love it. He said at one time the artillery guys were shooting on the Big Island or whatever island they were shooting at, and they put too much powder
Okay.
and hit the farmer's land with cattle and blew up a couple cattle. So of course the government had to pay
Government check.
Yeah.
You,
for the cattle, right?
so,
It's probably way worth more than the cattle was. My mom saying hi. Warsaw Patriot. Hey, hey. Yeah, we'll answer any questions. And sandbags, you know what? I remember filling sandbags at Fort Story when there was a hurricane.
Yeah.
And that was the worst time because even though you had your rain gear, it was pointless to wear it.
Yeah, it's
like take it off, and we had to fill it for the officers' quarters, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
They were the first ones to get their
Yeah,
stuff
of course.
sandbagged.
So, if there was one thing I hated, it was filling sandbags, and I only did it once, and I made myself scarce after that. So
It's kind of hard in the field when you're there.
we were in the field doing it, and they were like, "We gotta fill sandbags." I was like,
Oh, I gotta do a radio check.
"Oh man, I gotta go to Sea Watch, guys." Like one time, I wanted to go to Radio Watch.
The worst was digging the foxhole.
Yeah, that was.
Here's your e-tool. Now
Yeah.
dig the foxhole. You're like, can we get engineers here? They're like
Yeah.
right over there. Can we ask them?
No. So
Are you kidding me? I'd be like, hey guys, can you like dig this real quick?
the first fighting hole I ever dug was at MCT, and the spot they gave me was like swamp. So as I'm scooping it out, water is coming in, and I'm just like, this sucks.
You making a foxhole or a Hasties? I'll stay with the Hasties.
Yeah.
This is good enough.
So
It's funny because I mean the train, like here's a Hasties, just a little bit of dirt, pile up here, you be able to protect yourself. Or I always loved the NBC training.
yeah,
Yes.
I still miss the gas chamber.
I do too.
I miss the gas chamber all the time.
I miss it. It was
every time
actually
it's
fun.
cold, every time it's cold season, I'm like, man, if I could just go through the gas chamber, this would be here in about 20 minutes.
It used to be go in the gas chamber for us and do your little exercise.
Yep.
And if you didn't want to stay there the whole half hour, all you had to do was take off your mask, take a couple deep breaths, and walk out.
So
And I just take off my mask, take a couple deep breaths, and walk out.
for us, it was just break the seal.
Really?
You had to break the seal, and then you had to don and clear it. And then
Well, yeah,
once everybody did like donned and cleared, you were good to leave. You didn't have to take your mask off or anything. Like you didn't have to take it all the way off.
we had to do that, but they wanted you to do exercise in there
Yeah.
for whatever.
So we would do jumping jacks,
Mhm.
and you'd bend forward and shake your head. Just to build confidence, showing that it's not going to break a seal if you. But then it was like, you break the seal to show that you know how to don and clear it, and everybody's sitting there holding their breath, and the NBC guy's like, "We're not going to seal our masks until I hear somebody cough." It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the only thing that like who wants to volunteer to take off their mask?
Right.
I'll take it off every time because
Right.
you know what? It only affects you for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And
And it got you out of there.
I kind of miss it. I'm like,
Right.
You used to really clear out the nose.
Yeah.
You would just be
So-
coughing and crying and just having that snot coming out of there. You're like, man, that's the best for my.
Used to roll my cigarettes around on the ground and the crystals.
Oh my god! Give it somebody. Here you go.
My favorite was like once I got married, coming back from the gas chamber to change over at the house. I like just going to my wife and giving her a big hug
Ooh.
and wiping it all over, and then throwing them straight in the washing machine. Like,
She must have been mad
So.
at you. No, I yeah, because we went in
it
there.
just sticks to you.
It does.
Yeah,
No
it
matter
just
what.
sticks to you.
And even though they have a water buffalo out there or whatever trying to wash stuff off,
Nothing. Not gonna happen.
you had to go take a shower. And then you're like careful about putting your stuff anywhere because whatever it touches, you
it's
have to
getting
have it
wet,
washed.
yeah. So, and it'll stay in your washing machine for a few days too. So,
Yeah. I used to really like being a single soldier living in the barracks, doing my wash late at night.
right. Nobody else goes in.
Nobody else is there.
Yeah. Nobody steals your shit.
Nope. And you just go there, wash it, put it in the dryer.
Go to bed.
Go-
Wake up.
No. I didn't go to bed. I'd stay up. So I only did it on the weekend, so I could stay up all night. And then even after coming back from the bars, I think I used to do wash.
Right. So,
Because, yeah, you don't want your shit because always somebody's missing something.
right.
And the most important thing in the whole military is your PT safety belt.
Yes. Need that every morning.
You need it every morning. You ride a bike, you got to have that on.
Mm-hmm. Ride a motorcycle, you got to have it on.
You're having
Or some
sex.
type of reflective.
Yeah, you gotta have it on.
Having sex, you're gonna have it on. So,
Hold on. We can't do this. Let me put the safety belt on.
I'm surprised they haven't come out with glow strip, glowworm condoms yet for the military.
Safety green.
Yeah, safety green condoms for the military.
Oh, what? You know, I don't know. We're just bouncing stuff. I'm just remembering a lot of stuff from the military. I mean, okay, now touchy subject for you. You were in the 24th or 25th Mule.
24th. I was on the 24th MEU for 3 years.
Now, how did you feel when you heard about the Afghanistan and the attack on them?
I was pretty pissed off. I mean, I was probably just as pissed off as any other veteran.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, you know, the 24th MEU isn't filled with guys that I still know.
Right.
But it, you know, it still pissed me off, cause especially whenever they're saying, you know, if you attack any of us, we're gonna fight back, and then we didn't really do anything. You know, it was that pissed me off even more. But I was proud to see the heritage, like, and see the Marines there, you know, helping with the 24th MEU and continuing on that tradition of being there for humanitarian, being there for the fighting, you know, doing all that stuff. So I was proud to see the heritage, and I was happy to, you know, be in previous history with the 24th MEU, but really pissed off whenever I saw that happen. I mean, I was just pissed off at that whole situation in general.
Right.
I mean, that's not how we do things. That's not how we should have done things.
No, that whole leaving that place was all.
It was very cowardice, and
yeah.
I really feel for the people who were trying to get out, or, you know, and are stuck there. You know,
and there's still Americans stuck there.
Still Americans stuck there, and then there's still, you know, not just them, but the Afghans that wanted out, that were
helped us.
That helped us, that were enjoying the better life. You know,
right. The women's actually had some freedom.
Yeah, and now you see videos of women being forced to put the burqa back on
and being sex slaves.
Yeah, and being sex slaves.
I mean, children as young as 9 years old getting married off to old people. Come on, that's
it's not how we do things. It's not how we should have left there.
No,
I thought it was a very cowardly move.
Yeah, there was really no good plan of leaving that place. I mean, you took the military out before the civilians, and for those that don't know, there's still an American POW in Afghanistan. Yeah. I met with a lady who came in yesterday. It's her nephew, still held by the Taliban since 2018-19.
Probably didn't walk off the base looking.
Pissed
off looking for.
I don't think so, but he's still being held the POW. And so what happened was, I guess Trump was trying to secure his freedom, right? President Trump was trying to do that. As soon as the administration changed, I think her sister or brother got the phone call about her nephew saying Biden is not going to negotiate with them. That's it.
Right.
Okay, so that's a pretty shitty move.
Yeah, that's real shitty.
Yeah.
You know, especially whenever, you know, his vice president administration negotiated with him for Bergdahl.
Yeah.
And Bergdahl willingly walked off.
Yeah.
He just up and walked off, and he's not in a prison. You know, same with Manning. You know, Manning willingly committed treason and not in prison. As a matter of fact, we paid for his sex change.
Yeah.
Or her sex change. You know,
will be politically correct.
Yes, that was all under that type of administration. So I don't know.
Angela, yes, we are at the flea market this weekend. Brian is there, just to let you know. Brian's working the flea market today. We'll both be there tomorrow, working it. So I think the flea market goes on until 5 o'clock today. Tomorrow it's like 8 to 3. So we'll be there.
That's why I'm here. You can look at my beautiful face.
So. Well, we're going to be pretty busy. I don't know how many more of these we'll be doing because we've got a lot of events coming up. That's going to take both of us to do one, and you do another one, and splitting and getting together because they're going to be big. So it might be a little bit of time till the next coffee and bullshit comes up. We'll try to do them, or we just do a quick 15-minute thing at the event we're doing. But besides that, we've been doing good. Thank you to all those who've been supporting us and getting coffee from us. You guys have been fabulous, supporting us. And the more support we get, the more we can give to veterans and first responders. And I mean, throughout the whole year, we're always giving something to veterans, first responders, different charities here and there. We get a ton of stuff saying, hey, can you support this? Can you do this? We have to vet, and sometimes we have to say no because we're not a big company. There's only two of us that run this. Me and Brian and I'll say it correctly in case one of my teachers are ever listening. Doubt it, but would that be English teachers? Yeah, it'd be English teachers. So Brian and I like to pronunciate. There's only two of us working in this company. We do have help on Saturdays if we need from the Sergeant Major or Larry. So you don't see us here. We'll still be open on Saturdays, helping out. Are you going to the NRA dinner at Aurora tonight? I didn't know there was an NRA dinner at Aurora tonight. Oh, is that the barbecue? I know what you're talking about. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to talk to the wife about that.
Aurora Sportsman's Club?
I'm not sure. I think it's somewhere in Aurora, but not the Sportsman's Club.
Okay.
It's barbecue. I think they're gonna have ribs and stuff like that. Ribs, beans, yeah. I don't remember how much it is.
It sounds good.
It does.
It sounds really nice. As a matter of fact, Mission Barbecue sounds good right now too.
Yeah, good barbecue. So maybe we'll be there tonight. I'll have to ask. I have to look it up. You know what? Shoot me off some information on Facebook. Because I think I saved it, but I don't remember if I did or didn't. I know you have to pay at the door. There was like advance tickets and.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
but
probably controlling the crowd. How many you have in there?
Well, there probably are. I don't know. It's outside or probably an outside event because, COVID.
Yeah.
And this man here caught COVID twice. Still alive. And you know what the weird thing is? He got all his shots.
I got the shots too.
And the booster.
I haven't had the booster yet.
You haven't had the booster, but you had both sets of shots?
I've had both sets of shots.
And twice you've caught it.
Had it once before the shot and once after.
Yeah.
So
your beard is still pretty orange. It's not gray yet.
It's starting to. You see it.
Oh, yeah. You know what's really funny when you start seeing that? You're like, hey,
there's too many now.
Yeah, now it's just like
I noticed it whenever there was just one. I was like, no, there's just too many.
Too many. So
I don't know.
So what's your views on the latest? I don't know. We can go on forever on government and the current administration. We can do a lot of rants. We probably
past whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm not saying
there's plenty of shit that Trump did that pissed me off.
Oh yeah, there's gonna
at least the shit was under control.
Right. Whatever, bad orange man with bad tweets. Oh well, but at least he had.
Right. My 401k wasn't in the dumps, and
Right. Yeah.
No, I just the other thing I wanted to talk about too was just if you're a veteran, go see a VA counselor, get your benefits package started.
Yeah, go to the VA. Go.
There's nothing. I know in the military we live by code that if you went to BAS, you were a BAS warrior and this and that. That doesn't apply to civilian life.
A sick call ranger.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to civilian life. If you have something seriously wrong with you that you never had before the military, you need to go get looked at.
Yeah, go to the VA. It costs you nothing.
It costs you nothing, and then they might pay you every month. You never know.
Yeah.
But the more veterans that get enrolled in the VA system, the better the system gets for every veteran across the board.
Right.
So
don't be afraid to sign up. You can do it online. You can talk to your VOC.
Yeah.
They're all VOCs are at every
county building.
You can. Doesn't matter.
Dan Zimmerman, if you live in Kane County, he's phenomenal. He's a
Or Nate Johnson.
or Nate Johnson's really
Yeah.
good too.
But-
Those guys are phenomenal.
DuPage, you know where to go there. I mean, just go see them. I mean, even no matter where you live, go see it. Go get your. Even if you don't get benefits off of it, but you're recorded on there saying
yeah,
this and that.
if something does come up
Yeah.
down the road where they can say, "Hey, this is what attributed to your problem," I mean, then you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys are just, I don't complain a lot and just, too
We're
proud
too proud.
to go.
Right.
Go get seen, get in the system, and especially if it happened while you're in the military. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
So-
you could have, if you have it in your medical records saying bruised knees or ankles or back, or even now you're just noticing a lot of aches and pains,
Yeah.
they could contribute to what you did in the military.
so
That's only benefiting you
Yeah.
and your family or later down the road. It's only
radio
gonna help
operator
you.
and a saw gunner. My back's killing me, my knees are killing me, my hips are killing me. It's all attributed.
Yeah.
So
A saw gun is not very light,
it's
especially
not,
for
it's not light.
usually they would give you an
Yeah.
M4, wouldn't they, or
They would. It depends, but every platoon's got to have two saw gunners.
two saw gunners.
Yeah. So my platoon had me and another guy.
I love my
So-
saw.
I hated them.
Really? Oh, I loved it.
I couldn't wait to get back to a service rifle. I was pretty excited about it. And then whenever I got the service rifle, I got a pistol too. So I was like, they're going to figure out some way to strap it to you. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if I could get a saw today, I would.
oh, yeah, I would.
You wouldn't? I would.
Those jamming pieces of shit.
You know what? Mine never jammed.
Mine was probably the one you dropped.
Probably. Yeah. I know it's going to go to him. We dropped it a couple
Yeah.
times, bend this up.
All of our gear said Department of the Army on it. It came to us for a reason.
No, but the only thing my saw didn't like is magazines. But you got to remember, in the Army, those magazines have been used and abused.
Yeah.
So you put it in there, it's going to jam up.
Yeah.
You might get one or two shots and it jams. You're like, God dang it.
Yeah.
But anytime I put the belt in there, racked it, ready to go, and the only difference between a civilian one and military one is open bolt.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I never had a problem. I could shoot that thing so perfect, shoot off one shot at a time.
Yeah.
It was-
I hated it.
I loved it.
So
But if you needed something to keep heads down,
I did enjoy it for that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always fun to shoot, of course.
yeah, just it is a
It's fun to shoot, but it's a pain in the ass to maintain.
yes, and to carry.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You start getting into spare barrels and all that other shit.
I never had a spare barrel.
Really?
They never gave us one.
See, it came right out the armory door with it. It was like,
Well, no. I think when we did alerts
yeah.
in Korea, we got the spare barrel, if I remember correctly.
So yeah.
So, hey, everybody, I guess we're going to cut this up. Or cut it up.
Shut it off.
Shut it off. Yeah, we'll shut it
Shut
off.
down for the day.
Shut down for the day. So, hey, if you're in the area and you're at the go to the King County Flea Market, take a look at all the stuff they have there. Come by the booth. We're in the trades building. Free samples of coffee. Brian's there now till 5. Be there tomorrow. Come down to the shop. Order online. Order on Amazon. www.gunbarrelcoffee.com. We got other stuff from other veterans in here. I'm just kind of displaying this a little bit. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to do my weekly thing. So here
Oh,
is
a replica.
a replica. It's got the safety orange on there. You know, pull. So guys who don't know what this is, it's the grease gun, fully operational. Another thing that I got at the World War II days up in Rockford,
Okay.
I just saw it and I said, "Hey, this is really cool." You know,
It is pretty cool.
it's heavy. You can
It functions.
functions. You can pull the trigger. Just does that.
Doesn't shoot anything.
Doesn't shoot nothing. It's heavy.
It is heavy.
But you know what? When I was in Korea in '97, our recovery vehicle still had one of those. 45 caliber.
Nifty.
Yeah.
Mag's heavy too.
Yeah, the mag's heavy too.
There we go.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. It's a nice little toy.
Yeah. Put that in display here once we get this place the way we want it to be.
It almost looks like if you took that safety plug out the top, you can make it operational.
Well, yeah, but there's really nothing.
I mean, it looks like it had all of there.
Yeah, but the
Other
other
firing pin
firing pin
and a new
and
bit.
but I mean,
Next
just,
week's project.
I mean, think about the guys that had to carry this.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever held a Tommy gun? It's heavy.
Mhm.
Tommy gun is heavier than this. But I mean, yeah, you can really hurt somebody. So, all right. So until next time, it's just a replica. So it's not like it was a real thing.
Follow it.
It'll be all right. Everybody have a great day. Keep your head on a swivel. Don't forget to check out the VA for your benefits. Get yourself checked in. All right. Have a great day. Bye from Gun Barrel Coffee, the international headquarters. This sounds good.
You started shipping internationally now?
Well, we've done international, so we're international headquarters here.
There you go.
That's what we'll call it. All right. Have a great day.